Hi guys, today we're going to learn about viruses. So we're going to compare the structure of viruses to cells, describe viral reproduction, and describe the role of viruses in causing diseases such as the human immunodeficiency virus or HIV and influenza or the flu. So we're going to start with your do first. Go ahead and pause the video so you can complete it. Okay, so let's start with tell me everything you know about a virus. Usually viruses look like little cells with things poking out of it. However, remember, viruses are not cells. They are not alive. They are not cells. They will have some DNA, though, so you will see DNA or maybe RNA, some sort of genetic material. There will be no nucleus, though. So it's very similar to bacteria. There's no nucleus. There's no organelles. But remember, it is not a cell, so it is not living. It'll also have these little projections. These are to help it attach to its target cells and then infect your cells. The other thing I want you to know about viruses is sometimes they can look like this. These are called bacteriophages. They look kind of like little aliens. These ones attack bacteria. So they attack bacteria. Okay. Now, remember when they attack, so again, when viruses attack, they attack by invading the cell and then taking over its replication process. Now, they don't want it to stop replicating, because if it were to stop replicating, then the virus would die. But if the cell needs to keep replicating the virus's DNA or the virus's genetic material so that it can make more viruses. Now, all of this is a lot, so I'm going to try to get rid of some of it. Make sure you wrote all of that down, though. Pause, go back and pause it if you need to rewrite it. Now, let's talk about lytic. Remember, lytic is a short word, so it means it is a, quick onset of symptoms. Okay, the disease or the virus will hit you really fast. It'll make you sick. Lysogenic is a longer word, so it is a long, actually, that's wrong. It is a slow onset, there we go, of the disease, and that's because it's laying dormant. Okay, now let's get to our group practice. Okay, starting with number 1, it says, which of the following is the difference between animal cells and virus cells? It says, animals have genetic material, viruses do not. False, viruses definitely have genetic material. Animal cells have protein, viruses do not. Also false, I want you to write viruses. Almost everything has protein. Animal cells have a nucleus, viruses do not. True, viruses do not have a nucleus. Animal cells can acquire mutations and viruses cannot. Also false, viruses can acquire mutations, which is exactly why the flu vaccine this year did not work very well, because there was too many mutations. So our answer is C. Number 2 says a student has received a flu shot in the fall. Perfect, the flu shot. Go get the flu shot. During flu season, the student caught a cold. Uh-oh. The most likely reason the vaccine he received did not prevent the cold was that one guy's vaccines kill viruses. And only viruses, not bacteria. Okay? They prevent it by putting a little bit of the weakened virus into your body. So if they only put the weakened flu, but they didn't put the weakened cold, then it's not going to fight against the cold. Okay? So it's not because his illness was not caused by a pathogen. Both of them are pathogens. It's not because he didn't get it at the right time of year. No such thing. And it's not that he didn't if he produced antibiotics, that doesn't even make sense. Because remember, antibiotics kill your bacteria. So antibiotics are for bacterial infections. So the last answer, or D is your answer. It's the vaccine he received contained only the flu virus antigens. Okay, number 3. Cancer is a disease that makes one's own cells behave in an abnormal or not normal ways, dividing when they should not, and developing into tumors. The immune system tries to target and destroy these cells. Which of the following best explains why the body of a person infected with HIV would have a different response to the presence of cancer? Remember, HIV, write this in your notes, weakens your immune system. Okay, so it says it's damaging immune cells while producing more copies of itself. Yes, that is how it attacks, leaving the immune system weakened. HIV produces toxins that weaken the immune cells and prevent them from reproducing. Bad. If it prevented them from reproducing, the virus would die and you wouldn't have HIV. HIV uses nutrients meant for the immune cells to fuel its own metabolism, weakening those immune cells. They have no metabolism. They are not cells. They do not have metabolism. HIV causes mutations in the DNA of immune cells, causing them to not function properly. Again, if they didn't function properly, then the virus wouldn't be able to take over, so can't have that one. The answer is F. They still need the cell to work properly, that way it can replicate itself and really take over. And your last one, shingles infection is caused by Varicella zoster virus, or VZV, the same virus that causes the chickenpox. After an infection with the chickenpox, the virus can remain inactive, there's your keyword, inactive, in nerve cells for years, causing no symptoms. If the virus reactivates years later, it causes shingles. This information suggests that VZV virus is what? So again, if it's inactive or it takes years, both keywords, that means it is lysogenic. So we can cross off D and C because they say lytic. Now let's read. Lysogenic because it affects the nervous system. Lysogenic has nothing to do with your nervous system, so it's not A. B, it says lysogenic because the virus can be present for long periods of time with no symptoms. Perfect. That's that inactivity we were talking about. So your answer for that one is B. Now it's time for you to do your independent practice. There are 3 questions. I will see you tomorrow in class, ready to go over them. And don't forget, this is for a grade. Write all the notes so I know. Bye. Bonus, guys, if you watch this video, know that there will be a pop quiz tomorrow. Okay, it will only be 1 question. And that 1 question is, what is your goal in bio? Don't forget, you can find it on your unit tracker. If you get it wrong, you will get a 50. If you get it right, you get an easy 100. Figure out your goal, memorize it, know it. See you later. Bye.